Hey folks, it's Kelly with Nutrient Wonder Hub, and today I wanted to share with you a little bit about my background. I am from Southeast Saskatchewan. I grew up on a farm in Southeast Saskatchewan, and on that farm in Southeast Saskatchewan, we grow a lot of plants because we're farmers. And so today I wanted to share with you some photos of those plants that we grow in Southeast Saskatchewan that you may or may not have seen or heard of before. And I have labeled them for you with their different parts so that you can identify the different parts of a plant, and then you can go home and you can see in your home and what plants you have, the different parts of the plants. That's my challenge for you today. So, first things first, I gotta tell you the different parts of a plant so that you can recognize them when I show you the pictures of my plants that I grow, and so that you can identify them at home. So, first is first, roots. Roots are the bottom of the plant, the very bottom, they're in the ground. They help keep the plant in the ground so it doesn't blow away or wash away. And also they soak up moisture so that it can get into the plant, basically. And once the moisture is in the plant, it has to travel to the different parts of the plant. It does that through the roots and also through the second major part of a plant, which is the stem. The stem is kind of like a long tube, and that's what the water and all the energy, like the sugar and stuff in the plant, goes through to get to the different parts of the plant, along with the roots. Third part of the plant would be the leaves. Like I have in my little plant here, it's got lots of leaves. Leaves are where photosynthesis happens in a plant. So photosynthesis is the chemical reaction where sunlight gets turned into sugar and gives off oxygen as a byproduct. You guys may or may not know about photosynthesis already, but we're not going to go through photosynthesis here because it's a little bit of a complicated process. So leaves are where photosynthesis happens. The next major part of a plant, and especially plants that we eat, is a flower. So all flowering plants give us something that we can eat, basically. A flower is what holds the different female and male parts of a plant. So inside a flower, there are female parts of the plant and there are male parts of the plant. And through pollination and that's how we get fruit. Fruit comes from flowers. So a flower, female and male part, fruit comes from the flower, from the female part of the flower, actually. So anytime that we see a flower, like, we can eat the fruit that comes out of the flower, basically. So those are the 5 major parts: the roots, the stems, the leaves, the flowers, and the fruit. Those are the 5 major parts of the plant. So my challenge for you is to go home, or if you're already home, go to your fridge or your pantry and identify plants in your house that have different fruits or roots or stems or leaves that we eat, because we eat a bunch of different parts of a bunch of different plants, right? So, for example, a potato. We eat the potato, which is actually the root of a plant and not the fruit of the plant. A potato plant has flowers, but those flowers aren't really what we eat. We eat the root because that's what we want. So go into your house and find out which different plants give different fruits and leaves and stems that we eat. Identify those. I've attached a sheet to this video so that you guys can kind of fill it out if you are curious about where your food comes from. If you're curious, now I will let you see the pictures that I took while I was home in Southeast Saskatchewan. In my home, we grow a bunch of different stuff. So I've attached some pictures that you guys can look at. And I've also labeled them with the different parts of the plant so that you guys can have some practice seeing how to identify which parts of the plant. So the first picture that I have is of flax. And flax is a really cool, it's actually my favorite one because of its really pretty purple flowers, which inside them there's the seeds, right? The fruit of the flax, which has the seeds. And flax we use for its oil, and we also use it to make clothing, like linen. Linen is the fabric that comes from flax. Another one that we use the oil from is canola. Saskatchewan is pretty famous for canola because we kind of invented it, basically. And canola is that really bright yellow flower that everyone loves to take pictures in the summer. And canola, I've labeled it with the roots, the stems, the flowers, and the seeds. So another one that I have is wheat and barley. I have pictures of wheat and barley for you. They kind of look the same. One's a little bit shorter, but the way that you can really tell wheat and barley apart is that wheat is more three-dimensional, so the seeds can come off all sides, whereas barley is kind of more flat, so the seeds can only go right or left instead of forwards and backwards and around. So maybe you'll be able to see that in the picture. Wheat and barley are both grains. They both go in cereals and breads and that kind of thing. That's what we use those for. I also have a picture of mustard, the mustard seeds. We use that to make mustard and like mustard powder. Peas I have a picture of peas. We eat peas, obviously, and peas go in a lot of different, mixes for like cattle. We sometimes feed peas to cattle. And lentils, I have a picture of lentils. They have like pretty white flowers too. Lentils are kind of nice to look at. They're very short and they have lots of different seeds, lots of seeds in them from the flowers that come from the flowers. So I hope that by looking at these pictures, you have been able to tell the different parts of the plants because I have labeled them for you. And then you'll be able to go into your own fridge or your own pantry, your own backyard, and identify the different parts of plants that you have around you, because I've attached a sheet for you to do that. And I've also attached a sheet for you if you like to draw, where you can draw the plant or label the plant and all of its different pieces. So you guys will probably learn about this one day, or if you've learned about it already, this will be pretty easy for you. But I hope you guys have fun exploring plants because they're a super important part of our diet here in Saskatchewan and in Canada, basically. We grow a lot of stuff here in Canada for everybody around the world to eat, which is so cool. And I hope you guys have fun identifying plants and you have a great rest of your day. Thanks for joining me. If you want to see more videos, here or at wonderhub.ca. Bye guys.